They speak of a church that borders madness, a shard long lost to time. A tale goes that any who travel through it are never to be seen again, as in its shelter and its path lies a devil, one that snatches any up who dare to enter its domain. And sadly, after that, all that's left is the hint of those souls that have dared to cross the devil's arch. I'm not sure it's a devil, but I do know it's real. I've seen their eyes, peeking out, looking, yearning you to join them, like they know that there's something you need in there, and there's something so sad about seeing a church left in ruins. I hope you enjoyed that really cool intro, and before I get into talking about the design and going in depth on that, I do want to do a little part here to say, if you do want to support the channel extra, there are new 3D models up on the store, and this guy is made by Keith, who I'll be working with very soon, who has, his talent's amazing, and I think it's one of my favorite models. I just love how clean it looks. And I want to also say a huge thank you. I did send thank you messages the other day to all the people over there that have bought minis. Just a huge thank you. The extra support goes a long way. Like, for example, I've been talking on recent streams on how I want to get a new iPad so that I can do 3D for Barren for you guys. And all that extra money helps push me to hopefully being able to pick up a new iPad and maybe be able to do more 3D. Anyway, let's get over to the design. The Snatcher is a creature I designed probably, I think like maybe a full year and a half ago at this point. And it is one of my favorite designs that I've done for many reasons. First of all, it was one of the first designs I ever did that I actually used images I took to create parts of it. For example, those funny hand feet that you're looking at on the screen, those are actually my hands. Obviously, my hands don't look like that. They're more normal looking, but they're edited. And I couldn't find a good reference, and I was struggling getting the right look. And then I just thought, well, I'm just going to take a picture of my hands and use it. And ever since then, I've used images that I've taken, for example, for the sods. The tree parts of that are images I took while I was on a walk in a local kind of park area. Yeah, and it's a design I really like because I think the game mechanic behind it would be so fun. I love creatures that make you think, you know, looking at your feet when you walk in a building and you feel this kind of sense of oh, I gotta watch out. And I imagine making some creatures that do that, and naturally you look around, but very rarely do you think to look up, because, well, what's there to look up unless there's a hole in the ceiling or something? And that's kind of the idea behind the Snatcher, is in these really dark buildings, which if I did make a game of Barren, I would make it so that buildings, when they're dark, they're really dark. There are these little things waiting for you, and they're not little actually, they're massive, by the way. On the screen should be how long their arms are and everything, and they snatch you up. And I'm imagining that with hands that big, they probably have grip, you know, as strong as, you know, that climber guy on YouTube, Magnus something. Yeah, probably not fun, so definitely gonna kill you. But other than the fact that I love that, I also just love the idea of a creature that kind of almost borders human, you know. I really like those designs. I do it a lot. Those kind of, could it be human? You know, can you see the human there? And I think when you look at these things, you definitely can see a kind of Homo sapien like feeling. And I love exploring that with my designs, which might be obvious for people that have watched the channel for quite a while. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite things. I also love doing designs like this where the goal is to make a mutant shape that maybe I don't think I've seen, because there's a lot of shapes that are quite common. You're used to the creature that might have really long legs, or you're used to a certain kind of demonic shape or mutant-like shape. But it's really difficult in a funny way to make a design that, I don't know, I think captures your imagination with its silhouette. And I think these guys have a pretty good silhouette, which I'm really proud of, because I'm not generally pretty good at that. I'm normally not great at making sure the silhouette is iconic or stands out. For example, if I slap on some examples of brilliant silhouettes, you'll see what I mean. You immediately know what these are, even if I don't tell you, because they're so well made, and they're such iconic designs. So overall, I'm very proud and happy with this design. And another reason I want to, like I mentioned before, get an iPad, a new one for 3D, is in the background you can see some of the environments I made for today's video. And these are really fun to make, don't get me wrong. I have to do a lot of work to get these right, and on a short schedule, I do a lot of photo bashing to achieve a cool look, a new environment, and I try take and often turn an image into something that can convey what I wish to show you guys, like concept art. But I really want to, in the future, make my own stuff fully. I really want to make environments that are awesome. I want to show you guys what I imagine shards look like, and the reality is, without 3D, it is really hard to do that and make it detailed or really good. There's something really difficult about trying to capture something that isn't real, especially with environments. Ironically, I mean, I do book covers for a living, but it is still really difficult and time consuming to do, and I want to make lots of them. So I'm hoping in the near future I can do that, because man, there's nothing more I want to do than just make cool stuff for Barren. And that leads on to something that will hopefully be the pinned comment. It's just the landing page for now, but I will be making a full trailer and advert, in a way, I guess, for the Barren Lands, which will be the Kickstarter book for Barren. I've worked on the book a lot in the background, to be honest, for quite a while. I mean, I did Barren since 2020, and I'm really excited at the idea of just people being able to support by buying a book. So if you are interested, I'll be putting it up on the screen. Head over there, give it a follow. If you can, simply sharing it to someone you know loves art books, or maybe would be interested in the project and the fact that in future there will be a free tabletop RPG coming out for it that they can simply just download or buy a proper copy of in the future, if they really want that. Then please head over there and consider following, sharing it. I'm excited as well, because over there, if you are interested, I have an idea that I've always had for a Kickstarter that I don't think I've seen many people do. And that idea is that if you want your own page monster design made by me, you can support over there, and as a thank you, there is an add-on that lets you do that. And you can get that for a very, very low price, which is just a huge thank you, as you will get your own cool page, which my plan is, if I can, my plan is send out a print of that to you directly. And unless you want to, no one will ever see it. So it's your kind of own character or creature in Barren, made by me, signed and everything. Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed that video, and if you would be so kind to head over there, I do appreciate it. And if not, and you just want more content, I've got a new channel called Madness, which is like a second channel where I talk about Stalker, and the videos are a lot more kind of jokey, because I'm trying to, those videos are more like just me being me. This channel, I try to make it somewhat professional and give off the idea that I'm sort of really like, like in lore, in a weird way. But if you like stuff like Nakey Jakey or anything like that, you'll probably like that channel. And I have a new video coming out on there, probably the same day that this comes out or the next day. Anyway, thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next video.